All right, this is the August 13th core team meeting. And first of all, may I have a volunteer to update GitHub issues on the public agenda?
I can try to do it again.
Okay, Steve and Nico, you can work together on that. All right, the first issue we have is permissions on blog restlang.org from Nico.
I just wanted to raise this. Josh Tripplett reached out to me because there's been some Inside Rust blog posts that he was involved with for compiler team and lang team, and he wanted permission to like push them through without having to wait for someone else to merge, which can sometimes take a while. For Inside Rust, not for the main Rust blog, which is kind of owned by the core team, but for the team blogs. And I thought that made sense, but I wanted to check in with people.
Makes sense.
I definitely think as a member of the team, that seems fine. If we eventually do this communications office, I think a required review from some representative of that would be useful, but that's not a thing we have today. So seems good to me.
Yeah, I'm okay with Inside Rust being like the Wild West, and like Josh is fine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll figure out some technical details to make it happen. So I'll chat with Nico on that.
Yeah, I was going to ask whether we wanted to. Anyway, we'll work that out.
No one's what the object model for the team repo is for blog perms sounds a little complicated. So it could be useful to have like a team representative for the blog, which would mean that there's like the blog person for the compiler team, the blog person for the language team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus just giving the whole team.
Yeah, I was just assuming just all team leads can merge push requests on that repository, on that directory.
Team leads sounds like a good call. Yeah.
I was going to propose team leads, but I wasn't. I was going to make it informal that it's limited to that directory, but because
I mean, we can enforce it. We can enforce it.
So much the better.
Okay, that sounds decided. Any objections? Other reservations? Okay. So the next in the initiatives, we have consider pulling the citizen code of conduct to a Rustlang repository. I think we decided that was fine. Is there anything else to do here or just check in?
No, I wanted to do that on Tuesday, but
okay.
Tuesday.
Next is 2021 edition RFC. Anything to check in on there?
The comments and stuff have calmed down a little bit, but with Nico being gone and dealing with all the other things, have not really done anything specific.
Yeah. I wanted to like, there was like might be good for the core team, not in this meeting, to discuss the major alternative and talk about it. I think, but or at least Steve and I don't think we've even done that.
Yeah.
Like we could summarize it here. It basically comes down to a question of do we want to continue the sort of big bang where we talk about Rust 2018 as if it was all the things that are in the 3 years, or is it worth trying to sort of separate out the like retrospective side of celebrating the work that's happened from the edition, which is a smaller event and is very specific to the actual migrations that have to take place, if any. And I don't know, it's a little out of my, I don't remember all the pros and cons, but I feel like I thought it's worth revisiting this just to be sure. Not an obvious question.
Okay, so it sounds like you and Steve will talk about that offline, and anyone else interested can talk to you two about that.
Yeah. In particular, though, there was really no opposition to doing an edition. I think it was all about this question of how we frame it, which I think is important. Okay,
good. The next item is licensing terms for the forums. Nico, any movement there?
Geez, I forgot about that. I think I have a post I was going to post and I didn't post, and I will go post it. As we talked about the last time, that sort of isolates the scenarios and describes what happens in each scenario. And I ran it by Mozilla Legal, so I know that I'm not making stuff up. So I'll go post it.
All right, the next item is the Rust survey for 2020. It's assigned to Nico.
Yeah, so I was trying to I still have an open ticket to get approval to hire a contractor to help with the survey gathering, but I'm feeling a little dubious about that. and things move slow, and I'm not sure that's top priority. So we were discussing, Aaron and I were talking a little bit on Zulip about maybe we should pare the survey back since it has a lot of questions, and or basically try to move forward in a way that, we won't get overwhelmed with data crunching. But that itself is work, so there hasn't been a lot of motion there right now.
Have we considered reaching out to see if someone else would sponsor a contractor? I feel like this survey has so much value for us that I would like to explore that option before we decide we have to pare it down.
Yeah, I have not, but that's not a bad idea.
If you want,
I have some, I don't want to, I'd rather talk offline about the details of how much it was and all that stuff, but I can get some estimates on what it would cost and so forth.
What were you saying, Manish?
I was just saying that I have a bunch of contacts who probably might have money piles, so we can coordinate on that. Let's see.
Okay.
Exciting.
I like piles of money.
Manish.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. Target tier policy, RFC. Anything we need to check in on there? No? Okay. Anything with the governance working group?
We didn't have any meetings since the last time, due to various scheduling conflicts. So, and things are complicated right now. The next week is our next scheduled meeting was RustConf, which we won't do. So.
Okay, moving on to the periodic check-ins. Anything with licensing status of the compiler or white papers? No. Okay. Anything with RustConf or anything else for the public part of the meeting? Okay.